What's up, everybody? GeauxBurns welcoming you to another exciting installment of my rides prediction showcase. Today, we're predicting the price tags for the vehicles that we know is coming with the Executives and Other Criminals DLC. Going to be out in 2 days from now, Tuesday, December 15th. And you get to play along as well. But it is Price is Right rules, which means you have to bid under what the final price is going to be. If you bid $1 or $1,000 or a bazillion dollars over the amount, you lose, and so do I. Now, what's interesting about this edition compared to previous installments is I do not have all the information as I like to have. Like, for example, most of the time I know exactly what the name of the vehicles are going to be. I know exactly which vehicles are going to be in the DLC, but a lot of it is a mystery, with the exception of a couple of the vehicles. For one thing, the Impante Nightshade, we know it's called the Nightshade because in the trailer it says Nightshade on the back. Now, some people say that the green sports car is called the Bravado Verlier. I don't know if that's true or not, but we're just going to go with that. The sweet red car, we're just going to call it the AC Cobra, since that's what it's primarily based off in real life. Next, of course, the turreted limo, then the helicopter, the Super Veletto Carbon. Two other rides which may or may not be new DLC vehicles for the game. It's very questionable. We'll talk about that in a minute. And finally, the big one, the Super Yacht, because is it technically a ride? Is it a new pad? I don't know, but we're just going to classify it as a ride because it rides on the water. Rides, in my definition, are anything that rides on the road, in the skies, or in the ocean. That's my definition anyways. And once again, you can provide your price predictions below in the comment section for all these vehicles. Let me know what you think the price tags are going to be. I'm going to say this right now. I think these things are not going to be cheap. No, they're not. Anyways, let's go ahead and kick off the prediction showcase with the two questionable vehicles, which may or may not actually be new rides coming with the Executives and Other Criminals DLC. Now, these two rides were seen briefly in the trailer the other day. I got screenshots up on the screen. Now, they show off the first three rides in the front, the Nightshade, the Verlier, the Cobra, but then all of a sudden there's a pan when they're going down the road, and there's two other rides behind these three cars. The one on the left is the Ennis Cognacetti from Grand Theft Auto 4, because you can tell it's not like the Cabrio variant, because the Cabrio version of the Cognacetti has only 2 doors, whereas this one has 4 doors, just like it did in Grand Theft Auto 4. So I think it's safe to say that that vehicle is a confirmed new vehicle for Executives and Other Criminals. However, the SUV on the right, the Baller, looks like the second generation Baller that was already in Grand Theft Auto Online to begin with. So a lot of people believe this is a third generation or a newer variant of that Baller, but I'm on the fence about that because from the rear and from the side, it looks identical to the newer Baller that we already have in Grand Theft Auto Online. So I don't know if this is even a new vehicle coming with the DLC. But why did Rockstar include it along with these other 4 rides in this scene? That's the bigger question. So for now, we're just going to assume that it is a new Baller. We'll call it Baller 3. And if it doesn't end up being a new ride, well, that's on Rockstar, not me. Now, if these are in fact 2 of the other rides that are coming in the game, I would say that they're probably going to be the cheaper of the cars. So first off, let's start with the Baller 3, which may or may not actually be a thing. Since the Ballers, the first generation, second generations, are currently $90,000, I'm going to put the price tag for the Baller 3 at $150,000. Next, of course, all the way from Grand Theft Auto 4, Liberty City, comes the Ennis Cognacetti 4-door variant of the Cognacetti Cabrero. And I think this one is going to be a little pricey. A lot more than the Baller, but still probably the second cheapest ride coming with Executives and Other Criminals. So I'm going to put the price tag for the Cognacetti from Grand Theft Auto 4 at $600,000. Next, let us move up to the sweet, fun sports and muscle cars. The Impante Nightshade. This car looks awesome, so iconic. And I believe that the price tag for the Nightshade is going to be $700,000. Now, bear in mind, those price tags are probably going to be higher. I'm hoping that they're not, but I guess we'll find out in just a few days. Next is the other vehicle we may or may not know the actual name of, the green sports car, currently being called the Bravado Verlier. And I think this one's going to be a little bit more pricey than the Nightshade, but I don't think it's going to be the most expensive of these three rides. So I'm putting the Bravado Verlier at $800,000. Now the most expensive of the three, well, the one I think is going to be the most expensive, the one that we're calling the AC Cobra, because that's the primary car that it's obviously based off in real life. Maybe a variation of some other rides as well, but obviously the build looks mostly like the AC Cobra, which I imagine is probably very expensive. Now, once again, I got to bear in mind, I'm lowballing these numbers in the hopes that they're not going to be too steep, too pricey, but then again, they may all three go into the $1,000,000+ range. I sincerely hope not. Now, my prediction for the AC Cobra, as I'm calling it right now, is $900,000. Next, we move on to the coveted turreted limo, which is coming with the Executives and Other Criminals DLC. An awesome limo with a big giant gun on top. Hey, if I was super rich and I could have a limo, it would be bulletproof, it would have a fully loaded bar, and of course a big giant minigun. Who wouldn't have that, right? So I'm going to put the price tag at the turreted limo a little bit more than the Insurgent that came out with the Heist update. So here's my prediction for the turreted limo: $1.5 million. Next, we go to the skies with the brand new helicopter, the Super Veletto Carbon, which is seen often with the brand new super yacht, which we will get to in just a moment in the prediction showcase. So I think this is going to be a really cool helicopter, which might even be performance-wise even better than the Swift, which means it'll probably cost more than the other two versions of the Swift. Hopefully cheaper than the Swift Deluxe, which is $5 million. So I'm putting the Super Veletto Carbon somewhere just above the other two versions of the Swift. This helicopter probably isn't coming with any weapons. So my prediction for the Super Veletto Carbon helicopter is $1.8 million. And now it's time for the final ride, quote unquote, that's going to be part of my prediction showcase. And don't forget to put your predictions below in the comment section as well. The Super Yacht. Now, I realize that the Super Yacht is going to be upgradable, but we're just going to go with the initial price tag. Now, I've heard all sorts of predictions out there from so many people, other YouTubers, other gamers, including one of my fans left this on the comment section in one of my videos. Play Xbox's prediction has the Super Yacht at $12.5 million, but I'm going to go a little bit higher by $1. Just kidding. If you've ever watched Price is Right, you know how that goes. Someone will bid $800, then some douchebag will bid like $801. But in all seriousness, I'm not going to do that. Now, the reason, once again, why I'm adding this Super Yacht to this prediction showcase, which usually involves rides, is because, as I mentioned at the beginning, technically it's riding on the ocean. Now, we don't know if it's going to be stationary. Is it actually going to move around the map, similar to how the trains do in the game? That's one of the questions we'll hopefully have answers to coming up on Tuesday, but I thought it would be fun to include the Super Yacht in the prediction showcase anyways, because the price tag on this big giant boat could go anywhere. Some people have predicted $20 million. Some have predicted as high as $50 million. Now, I hope that Rockstar does not make the price tag for the Super Yacht that high, but I think it's going to be to date the most expensive vehicle or thing in the game, following, of course, the Deluxe Luxor, which is at $10 million. I think the Super Yacht is going to be a little bit higher. My prediction for the Super Yacht base version is $15 million. So there you have it, all my predictions for all the quote-unquote rides that we kind of sort of know is probably coming with the Executives and Other Criminals DLC. Once again, the Imponte Nightshade, I'm predicting $700,000. The Bravado Verlier, or whatever the hell it's going to be called, at $100,000. The AC Cobra, $900,000. The Baller 3, if such a thing exists, $150,000. The Ennis Cognoscenti from Grand Theft Auto 4, $600,000. The Turreted Limo at $1.5 million. The Super Veletto Carbon Helicopter at $1.8 million. And the Super Yacht for $15 million. Once again, don't forget to leave your predictions below in the comment section. I look forward to seeing what you guys think about your price tags. Even if some of you take my predictions and just add $1 to them, you jerks, it has happened before. But hey, like I said, Price is Right rules. One thing I can successfully predict regarding this upcoming DLC on Tuesday, Executives and Other Criminals, will be this. It's going to seriously hurt our Maze bank accounts.